Hi everyone, welcome to the Millennium Fellowship Guide for Round 2. I've already uploaded a video to successfully answer the descriptive questions of Round 1. I'll mention its link in the description. So this video is all about Round 2 and how you can enhance your answers to get to the fellowship. Let's get started. So Round 2 is all about describing your project, specifying target groups, understanding the issues, sharing your personal experiences that shaped your interest, your motivation to be a Millennium Fellow, demonstrating inclusive leadership, among other things. Now let's discuss the descriptive questions of round 2. So the first descriptive question is, briefly describe your project in an easy to understand way. While answering this question, avoid jargons or big words. You don't have to be too formal. Imagine explaining your project to a friend. Start by saying what problem you're addressing and why it matters. You can then explain how your project works if you're already working on the project, who does what, where, and when. However, if it's in the idea state, describe what you plan to do. Emphasize clarity over complexity. And you can assess this while analyzing whether someone can repeat your project back to you after hearing your explanation once. Now this question is about measuring your impact. You need to be specific and measurable. For instance, instead of saying we will help a lot of people, say we will run 3 workshops, each reaching 100 students. Talk about what data you will collect and how, through surveys, feedback forms, or observations. Include both quantitative and qualitative aspects. Also, explain how you'll know you were successful. Will attitudes change? Will more people access services? Will a problem reduce? You can also mention about pre-surveys and post-surveys. Give the fellowship team confidence that you are thoughtful, organized, and result-oriented. So the crux of this question is, if your project was featured in a local newspaper at the end of the fellowship, what would it say? Think of this as your project's success story. Imagine you have completed everything you planned. What would the impact look like? Describe the difference you made, who was affected, and why it matters. Keep it inspiring but grounded in reality. Highlight both numbers and human stories. This is your chance to share a vision, how your small initiative could lead to long-term change or inspire others. This question is about the audience that you're targeting. You need to cover 3 important aspects. First is your connection to the community. Start by explaining whether you are from the community you're targeting, live near it, or work with it regularly. Second is how you have built trust. Talk about how you have engaged with people through conversations, listening, co-creating ideas, etc. Third is what you have learned by being close to them. Share something important you wouldn't have known if you weren't closely working with the community. So these are the things that you can incorporate in this answer to make it more impactful. Next, what personal experiences have shaped your interest in creating social impact? When answering this question, you can actually tell a story of your own. One that shaped your awareness of a specific issue or injustice. Maybe it was a conversation, a volunteering experience, or something you observed growing up. The key is to connect your personal background to your current motivation. Show that your interest comes from real experiences, not just theoretical knowledge. Use emotions. Describe what moved you, what inspired you. Finally, end by explaining how this experience drives your commitment to lead or contribute to social change today. Next, why do you want to be a Millennium Fellow? How will you use this distinction toward your future social impact work? Here, focus on alignment and growth. Talk about how the fellowship matches your goals, whether it's building your project, connecting with change makers, or learning new leadership skills. Explain what you hope to gain from the community of fellows, like diverse perspectives, collaboration, or mentorship. Then explain how you'll carry this experience forward, whether you plan to scale your project, join policy efforts, or become a more effective advocate. Show that you see this opportunity as a launchpad, not a trophy. Next, in this question, you need to reflect upon a personal experience of leadership and how you demonstrated one of the following values: empathy, humility, or inclusion. You may start with a specific leadership experience. It could be as formal as leading a team or as informal as helping organize a community activity. Pick one core value to focus on: empathy, humility, or inclusive leadership. Then explain how you practice that value. Maybe you listened to everyone's input, included people from different backgrounds, or made space for others to grow. Avoid exaggeration. Real, small moments of genuine leadership are more powerful than grand claims. End by sharing what you learned from that experience and how it shaped your approach to leadership. I'm wishing you all the best for round 2. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more such videos.